Imagine this, you only need $100,000 of capital to buy a house in Toronto, and that amount is enough to renovate it and add more units as well to bump up the rents. But here's the catch. You'll need to make at least $200,000 a year in combined household income to qualify for the substantial loan size, and you or someone else you know must live in one of the units. So realistically, this option is only available to a selected group of people in our population. Now, this is a new mortgage program from CMHC, and this is different from another popular program that you might have heard of as well, the MLI Select. So how do these two stack up against each other? Well, we'll dive into it in this video, but before we do, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more Toronto real estate investing tips, and if you're interested in a one-on-one chat, feel free to book a call with us as well. CMHC has been making strides lately. They've extended amortizations from 25 years to 30 years, raised the value cap from $1 million to $1.5 million, and now they are offering up to 100% construction financing for up to 4 units in a home, as long as you or a relative live in one of the units. And this all goes into effect January 15th of 2025. Now, here's how the process could work. First, you will need to buy this property, and you can't finance it either with a conventional mortgage or a CMHC insured mortgage. For example, let's say you buy a single family, 2-story, semi-detached home in Toronto for $900,000, putting down 7.5% with a CMHC insured mortgage, and you plan to add 2 more units. Next, you will need to get drawings done and apply for a permit to secure construction financing from CMHC to cover the renovations as well, which might cost $100,000. Now, just to clarify, you're borrowing around $900K for the property, and then you borrow another $100K for the renovations, so you'll be holding nearly $1 million in loans, which means you'll need close to $200,000 in annual income to qualify for this. Now, if you choose to live in the smaller basement unit once everything is done, you might have to sacrifice some space, but if you do this, you could potentially live almost rent-free. As another alternative, you could occupy one of the nicer 2-bedroom upper units, the ones that you could rent out for more, and still significantly lower your monthly home expenses while building equity on this home over time. Now, there is the additional potential to refinance down the road to cash out that $100K that you initially put in. For example, if in a few years, let's say the value of the property goes to $1.35 million. So in this case, you could refinance with a conventional residential mortgage at 80% LTV. So what this means is that you could cash out all of that initial equity that you put in. And this is what we call a BRRRR. Buy this property, adding units, renting it out, increasing value, then cashing out that initial capital so that you can potentially do it all over again. Now, we did mention earlier that this new CMHC residential construction financing program is different from the CMHC MLI Select, where you can also get construction financing. And the difference lies in the fact that the MLI Select needs at least 5 units to qualify for a commercial mortgage. Now, with the MLI Select, you can borrow money for construction, but compared to the MLI Select, the residential program is a lot more accessible, and you can take on much smaller projects that need a lot less capital and time. The trickiest part, again, with the residential program is qualifying, since it's all based on your personal income. And this means that it really is meant for a small subset of our population that meet this criteria. But if you do fit the bill, this could be a game changer. Usually, investors could use a HELOC to finance smaller projects, but this means that you would need to have a home already with equity in it. Now, with this new program, it really puts first-time homeowners on a more level playing ground because it lets you borrow money for construction without needing a HELOC or an existing property to begin with. Let's talk about benefits with the MLI Select. And the key one would be scalability, as you're not limited by your personal borrowing capacity with commercial mortgages. The other big benefit with MLI Select is that there is also more certainty when it comes to planning for refinancing, because commercial valuations are valued based on cap rate rather than market comparables, which can be a lot more unpredictable. So as you can see, both programs are good, and it really depends on your profile to determine which program you should choose. Either way, we are in a buyer's market right now, which is actually a pretty exciting time for investors looking to buy. With lower rates trending down even more and prices being low and stable, cash flows and deals are looking really strong. And as rates keep falling, eventually affordability will improve, which could lead to a bump in prices down the road. So if you do have the ability and the interest to invest in Toronto real estate with enough capital and solid mortgage qualifications, now could be a great opportunity to dive in. And don't worry, our team is here to help you out if you need help as well. At our real estate sales brokerage, we focus on multiplexes in Toronto. Whether you're looking for a property ready to rent out or you're looking for a house that can be converted into multiple units, we can help you out. Here's how it's like to work with us. We'll take the time to understand your goals, help you find great investment opportunities, and eventually help you buy the option that is best for you. And if you need renovations, we can connect you to trusted contractors as you manage the project, but we'll be around to coach you along the way as well. And then once all of this is said and done, we can lease and manage the property for you too. Are you ready to get started? Just head over to this link here and let's chat.